2016 Atlanta Hustle.
All right, guys, we're doing live Atlanta Hustle versus Austin Soul.
This is Blake Hanna here with you on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, Atlanta, Georgia.
Actually, pretty good weather today. It's nice, clear skies.
Number 9, Kyle.
A little bit of wind, but I don't know how much it's going to affect it just yet.
Now, we saw a little bit going on during warm-ups, but I think that these guys are just out there testing it out. They'll hone it in, and we'll have a good game here. So
it's fun playing a new team for the first time. Do you know if a lot of these players have actually played all these guys before?
I'm sure there's been some crossover amongst the double-wide contingent with the Atlanta team here, Chain Lightning, and I'm recognizing a few guys from the double-wide. Ethan Pollock, Jeff Loscorn, Chase Cunningham here, and absolutely, we'll see who takes the reins for them here against the Hustle, who's been on a pretty good roll lately.
Yeah, the last couple games, we're gonna actually go through the anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand and move your hats as we honor this great nation with the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare above bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're moments away from the action.
The officiating crew for tonight's game includes head referee Dusty Smith with his supporting cast including booth referee Sean Jackson
I don't think I would be
and
able
field
to.
referees
Nice
Chris
giant
Burton,
bird flying
David
over the stadium. You
Lindsay,
can
and
probably see
Isaac
the
Smith,
shadow.
as well as Evan Marshall and Andrew Reed.
It's just
running
christening
this.
the game of Ultimate. Hopefully it doesn't drop anything.
There's another one. We got two. One representing the Hustle and one
I'm sure our
the
general
Austin
manager
Soul.
is getting on him for tickets already.
Now, please turn your attention
At least a couple.
to the coin toss by Atlanta Hustle's general manager, John
Out as
Mosey.
captains for the Hustle, Mark Poole and Robert Runner. For the Soul, we have Ryan Purcell. And Michael Mathis. Head ref Dusty is ready to flip the coin.
Never been in one.
Oh yeah.
I just always assumed it was all everything that we're flipping.
Commemorative AEDL coin. Or quarter.
So, if anybody's paying attention to the AEDL world, yesterday Jacksonville and Raleigh went to double overtime, and Jacksonville ended up pulling out the win. And that's, I think, Raleigh's first three-loss streak that they've ever had.
Well, that is big because that puts the Hustle firmly in second place at 4-2. If they can get a win here,
Yeah, this win's also important, and then next week, if they can then get the win back from Jacksonville, puts them even in a better position. So these next 2 games can be really important.
Absolutely. I think Jacksonville holding 3 losses as well. Dallas out in front. Austin took care of Nashville last night for their 2nd win, and they're trying to make it a clean road trip here against the Hustle.
Starting at about 2:30. I'm curious if the heat's going to play anything. It's not too hot here, but once you start running around in this humidity, it's only going to get hotter in the next hour. I wonder if that could play effective endurance today.
Right, we'll see, especially for Austin coming off of a game last night.
Right, especially playing another game.
All right, looks like the Hustle are on offense on the north side of the stadium, and we have Dylan Tennell, Mark Poole, Kyle Stapleton, Matt Smith, Trenton Spinks, Max Leonard, and Sam Gaynor. Dylan Tennell at the 35. Shoots it to Stapleton. To Gaynor up the middle. High backhand over to Mark Poole. Poole centers to Stapleton. Swings to Max Leonard. Looking upfield, big fake. Looking to the dump. Finds Stapleton. Back across to Gaynor with a nice bidding grab. And Gaynor rips the hook deep, and it is D'd by Austin.
Good look, but yeah, the defense was able to read it quicker.
First turnover of the day, number 29, Logan Kinney with the D. Number 20, Chase Cunningham rips it deep. Matt Smith in pursuit, and he gets the D back for the Hustle. Nice play to get that back by Smith. Tennell picking up. And he rips a crossfield backhand. Deep, trailing away. Matt Smith tracks it down.
Way to stay in it.
Moves it off the line to Spinks. Spinks right back to Smith, and too far out in front.
Good look, good play, just didn't execute it correctly.
Oh, and another one by Austin. Looks like the wind is pushing the disc away towards us. And Matt Smith with the goal, 1-0.
Yeah, boy! Dylan Tennell and Matt Smith, Hustle scored the first point, 1-0.
Dylan Tennell with the early assist and Matt Smith with the early goal, adding to their astronomical totals on the season. I gotta believe Dylan's the assist leader, and Matt Smith is up there in goals as well.
If Dylan Tennell can keep playing, it'd be great to see him at his best play against Dallas. That would be a great game to do what he did last week. I mean, honestly, every game he could.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited.
He's looking confident.
He's looking great, yeah.
Robert Runner with the pole. Kelvin Williams, Anders Olsen, Sun Choi, Nathan Vickroy, Ethan Boking, and J.P. Burns. The D-line for the Hustle.
First time they get to experience the Austin offense.
Ethan Pollock in the middle. Kicks it to 33, Ryan Purcell.
Looking to get rid of it.
The nice swing. Over to 16, Chris Brooks. Pollock back to Brooks. Ethan Boking on the mark. Swing over to Purcell. Sun Choi on the mark, lefty. Flick. Another lefty. and it's out too far out in front. Number 5, Jeff Loscorn. Robert Runner set to pick up for the Hustle.
Let's see if this D can get an early break here. Doesn't look like we have a lot of undercuts yet.
No, the wind is pushing everything to this corner. They're going to try to get it off this line. And they do to Anders Olsen in the middle.
Gets the swing.
Finds Sun Choi. It's a nice dump.
They're looking a little stagnant. Not a lot of cuts working for him.
It's like the Soul is leaving a deep poach off of Kelvin Williams, who receives the disc again. His man back on him, up line to Choi.
You need to get back off that line.
Choi, ooh, dangerous up line to Runner, and Runner
Oh,
flick into the stack. Deed by Loscorn.
those aren't always. Those D's are nice, but they do hurt.
Over to Purcell on the sideline. He rips the lefty flick to
I don't
Pollock.
think it's good. Oh, he got it. Wow.
Pollock tracks it down, 1-1.
It looked like it was going to just go too far, but he ran it down.
And Austin scores to tie it 1-all.
So already Tucker's seeing a little bit of wind affecting this, both
A little
offenses.
bit. But the Hustle D was able to get a couple chances to score that point.
I think going north into the wind here is going to be the coveted goal for the rest of the game.
It's just enough to kind of make you question who throws it. Throw it a little bit differently.
Right. The Hustle have the same O-line out. Tennell, Spinks, Smith, Poole, Leonard, Stapleton, and Gaynor looking to make it 2 holds in a row. Leonard picks it up, center to Stapleton.
Not a lot of people under there playing deep.
Upfield to Poole at the 40. Makes the backhand, moves it to the center of the field. Trenton Spinks. Trenton rips one. Late stall count. Beating Matt Smith cannot track it down. Disc boy Evan hearing it from Dusty.
I was about to say something, but that's the first time I've heard that happen. Austin just kind of slowly moving it up.
Moving it. I think that's Cunningham with the disc, and he goes for the big backhand. Shooting it deep. Gaynor and Stapleton in the area. Oh! And the big rip by Michael Mathis, number 3. And he delivers the goal.
And Austin scores to take the lead 2-1.
2-1. That's a break for Austin on the Big Sky.
Good sky from Austin. I thought
Yeah.
Gaynor had it. He was able to get his hands up there and reach over him.
So the Hustle O-line trots back. We see Vic Roy coming on for Mark Poole. Vic Roy, an emerging star for the Hustle.
Yeah.
Looking to switch him onto offense and get some activity going.
That would be interesting to see because his defensive play is great. That's what I know him as right now, as a defensive player. So it'd be good to see him mix it up.
Absolutely. Product of Georgia College, disconnected, along with Mark Poole, who he just replaced on the line. Number 5, Jeff Loscorn rips it deep. Poole,
Atlanta's
or
offense can speed
Stapleton
up a
rather.
little bit.
Tennell to Gaynor. Big bid by Loscorn. Gaynor shooting deep to Spinks. That's D'd by number 1, Jason Holloran.
Wide open on the break there.
Moves it to Victor Bautista. Back to Loscorn. Loscorn rips the big blading backhand. Matt Smith in the area, and he gets up for the D.
Nice work. He's got some hops on him. And he can read
Matt.
the disc so well.
Yes, Matt gets himself in a great position, as he often does, and comes down with the D there for the hustle line to avoid a second break.
So it's right now 2-1. Austin at 6:40 left in the first. Ooh.
Indeed, in the
That's
stack
twice we've seen
by
that.
Holloran. Austin picking up the high release backhand for a score.
Such a difficult play to defend.
And Austin scores to make it 3-1. 6:24 remaining in the first quarter.
That's 2 early breaks for Austin.
Not to say that Atlanta hasn't had their chances. We've seen in the first couple games of the season, Atlanta go down by a couple points early on, and then they start to catch their ground, start to catch up. But the offense doesn't look like they're moving that much. The first point they did really well, the last 2 they seem to just be reaching.
Right. Well, it looks like they are running out a different offensive line here with Robert Runner, J.P. Burns, Ben Briel, Stephen Hicks, Anders Olsen, Sun Choi, and Taylor Tree. Go for it. Austin with the roller pole. Let's see if they set up the double team here.
Kind of a Raleigh move.
And they are going to set up the double team on Robert Runner.
Let's see how well it works. Atlanta
Runner
very
breaks
used
right
to
through it.
Used to
Gets
that
it
double
offline
team.
to Boking, back to Runner, back to Boking. Moving well.
Thought he might have taken that deep look.
And he takes the deep shot across field. Beautiful dime to Tree.
And Hustle scored to pull within 1,
Good response
2-3.
after falling around 2 breaks.
Absolutely big defensive opportunity for Hustle to seize the momentum back and tie the game.
Austin just got to
The Atlanta Flying Disc Club is a nonprofit organization
Looks like maybe it was like their
completely
first
run by volunteers dedicated to promoting the sport ultimately in Atlanta. The AFBC sponsors various leagues throughout the year, typically mixing players of all skill levels to encourage
Really a
the
great
development of
throw
new
there
players
by
and
Boking
spirit
as
of
well.
competition.
Tree
For general
unmarked in the corner of the end
information
zone.
regarding the timing of leagues and a full official
Always a
calendar,
good
Go to
decision.
Looked off one guy who might have been a little tough
AFBC.com.
to throw, but it ended up being a smart decision. Finding a wide receiver.
Runner set to pull for the Hustle. Gets it down to Loscorn. Mitchell Bennett with the disc on the far sideline. Vicroy there.
And
an easy goal by Austin.
42.
That may have been only like maybe 3 passes.
Looks like Hustle is running the starting offensive line back out. See if they can avoid going down again.
Right now, about 5:56. Those 2 breaks were big, but nothing to get too worried about. There's plenty to
Soul defense looks like they are playing a smart game. Double teams, poaches in the back of the end zone, and we'll see if the Hustle can just grind it out. Dylan to Stapleton, back to Dylan Tennell on the sideline.
I mean, you're not seeing any cuts for 13 yards out.
Mark Poole swings it over to Smith. Gets it over to Spinks. Spinks unmarked, finds Stapleton in the middle of the field. Big fake and a big under to Gaynor.
Looking for a cut.
Gaynor finds Matt Smith. Over to Dylan Tennell. Trenton Spinks wide open on the far sideline. Finds Max Leonard underneath. Holsters a big shot and finds
Nice
Poole in the middle.
right now.
Offense looking good. Pick called, that's going to cost the Hustle 10 yards. Leonard with the disc on the attacking 45. Finds Poole, swings it to Smith. Smith to Tennell, up line to Leonard, who shoots back across Stapleton for the hole.
And Kyle Stapleton scores to make it 4-3.
That was clean offense.
Austin was making him have to do a lot of throws, but he kept their composure. That's all that's for offense. It really doesn't matter how long it takes.
Did you know family packs with 4 tickets and 2 free concession items are available for only $35?
Some time off the clock there. We're at 4:33 left in the first quarter.
And for a group of 20 or more, tickets are $5 For more details, stop by the Grady Stadium box office or go to AtlantaHustle.com.
If you're just joining us, the home team is down 3-4 and pulling to the Austin Soul. Robert Runner set to pull.
Not a lot of big plays yet, but there was that nice little grab from Austin over Gaynor. But other than that, there really hasn't been the shootout that we saw last week.
That's Ryan Purcell back handling with Mitchell Bennett. And they throw it out of bounds. Runner picking up.
Good chance.
Shoots early to Sun Choi, incomplete.
They've got his number. That's, I think, the third time he's been D'd.
D'd by Ryan Purcell. Receiver travel on Austin, backing them up to their own goal line. JP Burns on the mark. They're going to look to punt this. If they can't get an easy look, they get a swing to Purcell. In the middle of the field to Mitchell Bennett. Big shot from number 49, sailing out of bounds.
Yeah. And that's where I think there's a little bit more wind higher up, so when they get lofty, they'll stay up there.
Disc Boy is on the money on the far sideline. Gets a disc in play immediately. Moves it to Runner.
Big point for Atlanta right now.
Oh, and it's D'd in the middle of the field. Jeff Loscorn.
Austin gets another shot.
Purcell with the disc.
Ooh, and he gets
Moves
another
it
chance.
across to Mitchell Bennett. Foul called.
Yeah, that's just one of those incidental, but they'll get called.
They're going to get the centered foul call. On the goal line, centered. Sun Choi. JP Burns
Nice.
flashing the double team.
Ooh, and stalled.
Stalled on the goal line.
Yeah, for a minute there, I was kind of didn't know what was going on, and I don't think anything had happened. People just got confused there.
I think Bennett might not have known that they were tapped in and counting.
Right, that the actual count was in.
Oh, and Sun Choi turfs it to Daisy. Too low for the tall David Berendez. Hammer is up. Runner in the area, and he D's it to get it right back for the hustle.
Woo. Now let's just get some composure, get some unders, and I think just get out of your own end zone here.
Runner looking to marshal this up for the tying score.
Ooh, and that looked like a look, but he looks him off.
Finds Vickroy, who's hand blocked by Mitchell Bennett.
I will give Austin some credit. Their D is playing very well at this moment.
Offense with their third chance at the score now. Swings it to 16, Chris Brooks. Back with Sun Choi on the D, but a foul is called.
And I think they agree.
Too much contact. He's gonna walk it up. That's Ryan Purcell with the disc centered. Finds Loscorn. Back to Purcell.
Right now.
Swings it to Brooks. Goes up the middle. And Anders Olsen on the D.
Yeah, he seemed like it was okay with it, but it didn't seem like it was much of a.
The D really fighting here, but can't stop him.
And the Soul score to lead 5-3.
Good job for Austin to just stay with it. And Austin, they did a great job as well. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, a couple chances for the D. couldn't really move it upfield very easily there. Maybe 1 or 2 passes before they stalled out.
And that's one thing I've noticed so far. Atlanta's offense does seem a little sluggish. They have those points, but points like that they're getting right now.
Absolutely. All right, 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Hustle down 2. Definitely want to get this one in for a 1-point deficit through quarter 1. Starting O-line out again. Smith, Gaynor, Spinks, Poole, Leonard, Stapleton.
Poole, they're looking for a roll. He was able to spin it back, which is nice.
Poole nets to the Hustle 45, picked up by Tynell. He gains a quick 15 to Sam Gaynor. Upfield to Matt Smith in the middle. Smith with the bendy huck. Timeout called by the Soul with 37 seconds left. They're going to march the O-line out and go for this big break. I don't think Hustle wanted to give them the disc with 37 seconds left here.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I mean, good look from Matt Smith, but just couldn't execute it correctly. Really don't want Austin to then get it. And I think they get the disc back, I believe. Austin or Atlanta started with the disc.
Yep, that's right.
A chance to double dip for Austin.
They call that the Texas two-step, Tucker.
Really?
Yes.
Texas two-step.
Where they're from.
I think if you're Atlanta, you're going to want to plan on, even if you don't end up scoring, you just want to get the disc in your hands. At least finish with the down by 2, down by 3, and then possibly go down by 4. It's just scary.
Right.
This early in the game, you start then trying to make adjustments, and they don't always work out for you.
Hustle D out there. Chase Cunningham set to pick it up
Playing man.
for the Soul. Move it early to Jared Wolf to Losthorn, who rips the flick deep, too far. And the Hustle getting the disc back with 29 seconds to go. Robert Runner picks it up, moves it to Tree. Kicks it back to Runner, 22 seconds left. Upfield to JP Burns. Burns to Anders. Olsen to Runner, 15 seconds. JP Burns with the disc. Finds Kelvin in the middle. Over to Tree, 8 seconds. Tree with the hammer to Vicroy, and it's caught!
Wow, with 3 seconds left.
What a great throw by Tree.
Almost with the score, 4-5.
Alex Vicroy's little brother, Nathan Vicroy, with the goal from Tree. Beautiful hammer.
Yeah, that was gorgeous. That was definitely a great way to end this quarter. You still got 3 seconds left, but you can just kind of get him stuck in the middle of the corner and it's going away.
Yeah, we'll see the tall guys out there for the Soul as well as the Hustle.
Austin, I think, had some issues with the clock. I'm not sure exactly what was discussed.
Looks like the
I think
refs.
at the end of the quarter,
Yeah.
even though the clock wasn't changing on the on our scoreboard, they keep track of their own clock. And so he actually threw it with seconds left, I believe, and that's the end of the first. That'll be a buzzer beater.
Well,
So
Tree is usually on the other end of those buzzer beaters.
that's a good point.
This time,
He gets
he's
the
throwing it.
punch.
And we are huddled up. Hustle down 4-5.
That was a pretty good first quarter for the most part. Austin, I think, does a little more dominant on the defense. They're limiting Atlanta's offensive flow a little bit, but it's still early. We'll see if we can keep it up throughout the rest of the game.
Hustle D coming out to start what we believe is the second quarter.
Yeah, they still have the clock. Yeah, I think they're telling them.
Second quarter. Yep, Dusty head ref shouting up to reset the clock, and the second quarter is ready to begin.
I don't think the information had made it all the way up to the booths. So, yep, Atlanta's pulling.
Robert Runner, Kelvin Williams, Sun Choi, J.P. Burns, Anders Olsen, Evan Boking, and Nathan Bickroy. Number 16, Brooks with the catch over to Purcell.
Ooh, almost got the D.
Hustle close to a D. Down 5-4, second quarter. That's Mitchell Bennett.
A little lofty, able to pick it up.
Throw sails, Anders Olsen with the D. Robert Runner moves it over to Sun Choi in the middle of the field. Back to Runner. Sun going up line. Doesn't get it, but Evan Boking does. Evan looking to move it across field, and he does to Sun Choi.
Just need that continuation cut. There's one.
Up to J.P. Burns. Finds Choi in the middle of the field. Back to Runner. Runner on the 5, and he hits Anders Olsen.
And if Atlanta could play like that every point, I really think we could beat anybody.
Robert Runner throwing the
Absolutely
score.
great
5-all.
defensive O there by the Hustle D line to get the early break back in the second quarter. 5-5,
Yeah.
11:07 left.
So right out of the bat, they were able to get the break and get back in this game. And that's the thing with Atlanta. And Austin hasn't played him before, and we haven't played Austin, so we don't know a lot about each other exactly. But Atlanta can get down, but they're not going to be out. They will always linger, and they always have that chance to creep back into a game.
Absolutely, the Soul had the early momentum. That was a quick break to try to seize it by the Hustle,
Right.
and we'll see if
Shift
they can stop the bleeding here.
some of that momentum now. It's a little bit even again.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
We got Dylan playing defense, I believe.
No trouble.
Along with Hicks, Briel, Daisy, Bradham, Archie, and Tree.
Ooh, almost behind him a little.
Big double team.
Not a lot of cuts. He was able to find another man there.
Number 3, Michael Mathis.
And that wind is starting to
With
creep
the
back
disc.
in a little bit. We're starting to see some of the throws kind of bounce.
Over to 89, David Boyea. Number 2, Jared Wolf with the disc. He's shooting to the end zone for Chase Cunningham. Not quite in. Daisy on the mark. Cunningham with the disc. And he shoots it too high.
And like I meant,
The receiver.
a little bit of that and that wind is just popping that disc just the tiniest bit.
Hustle D with a chance for the break here.
Whew,
Dylan Tennell picking up.
this is where you really hope you can capitalize if you're Atlanta, because that can hurt the soul of Austin Soul.
Tree with the disc.
Just needs to get it.
Finds Hicks.
Nice cut, but a little off.
Shoots it high to Briel, and it's D'd by the Soul. And the Soul score, David Boyea with the goal.
Yeah,
And
it
Austin
seemed
scores to
that,
retake the lead, 6-5.
it seemed that when the Atlanta offense got it, I don't think everyone knew that they actually had the disc.
Right.
There was a little confusion there.
Both teams with similar turns there, kind of floating it over an undercutter. And they maintain a 1-point lead with 9:40 in the second quarter.
Everybody, I think, just is going to keep their same game plans. Nothing's really shook anybody up. I think most of the problems are internal. It's not somebody shutting them down, but just execution errors for both teams in the moment.
I agree.
Feeling each other out.
I agree. First meeting of many between the
exciting,
soul
yeah.
and the hustle. This will set the tone for the rivalry moving forward.
I can only imagine the rivalry, like, as heated. Especially the Raleigh-Atlanta hustle one. That's one of my favorite.
Finds Smith, kicks it back to Boking, fakes the deep back to Smith in the middle of the field. Trenton Spinks with the disc, finds Gaynor at midfield, over to Leonard with the backhand break to Poole. Poole looking offline now for Boking. Boking with the dirty break. Woo!
That takes a lot of confidence.
Great throw there by Evan Boking to Max
Pump him
Leonard.
up. Ooh. How many times I've tried to pull that throw off and it not work out?
No, huge offensive hold there.
Usually after that throw, I'm coming off sideline during summer league, and they're like, "Hey, you need to sit down. Beer's ready. Just chill."
So throw the hustle handlers in Leonard, Boking, and Stapleton all use quite often and with a lot of confidence.
Well, when it works, it's beautiful.
The defense doesn't always expect you to have the guts to try.
Right? Yeah. I mean, even if they know you haven't, it's a risky throw. But very pretty. It was a great drive.
Yeah. Runner with the pole for the hustle. 6-6, 8:58 left in the second quarter. JP Burns on lost corn for the Soul. Moves it upfield to Caleb Dennecourt. Over to Chase Cunningham, who shoots the flick deep and too far for Soul receiver 19.
Maybe if he jumped a little, maybe if he tried.
16? Brooks, Chris Brooks. Yeah, that would have been some grab.
Yeah, that
What
would
do
have
you
been.
think?
Wow, I'd have lost my breath on that.
As it is, the hustle picks it up. Robert Runner finds Vicroy in midfield to get the defense started the other way.
This is a real big point for Atlanta. See if they can get some continuation going.
Field to Anders. Through the middle to Kelvin Williams.
He's looking, but doesn't see anything.
Finds Runner in the dump.
Got two same cuts there. But
Finds
they're-
Anders Olsen upfield. Big fake. Ooh, goes across field. Sunchoy in pursuit. Oh, doesn't come down with it.
Big though. He got a hand on it. He just couldn't maintain the possession.
D'd by Kelvin Williams. The run through D. He's going to the house.
And they're looking for him. No, they look him off.
Sun looks it off.
Let's hopefully they can then.
Runner back to Sun Choi.
The wind's kind of in their favor. It's going to push that distance.
Across to JP Burns. And he throws a nice dime to Anders Olsen.
Look at this.
At least his second goal of the game.
Scores to take the lead, 7-6.
Like I was saying, Atlanta will stick around, and all of a sudden they got the lead on you.
7-6. 7:24 left.
I will say the biggest difference I've seen since the first quarter is the Atlanta defense is slow. They're not getting those deep looks like they were getting the first quarter.
Absolutely, and going back on offense the other way, I think the defense for the hustle is looking real good.
When they can be confident in this, when they turn it over, they're just getting to move so well. It just didn't work on that continuation. A lot of times the one guy's open, and then they don't have the other cut.
Punched it in that time. 7-6, and the hustle pulling.
Underplaying. Of course, when is he not?
22, Ryan Bigley in there. Michael Mathis. And this looks like an alternate O-line for the Austin Soul from what they've been rolling out. 29. Logan Kinney trying to get it off the line. Bo King there. And he gets good position for the D. I'm not sure if he touched that, but I hope that Barry Clark is giving him the D there on Ulti Analytics.
Throwing into the wind a little bit, so you gotta be mindful of it.
Timeout hustle.
Timeout hustle.
I believe that's their first this half, so I think that's smart. You're on heading towards your end zone, and now get your offense out there.
Absolutely. Swanson using the timeouts to sub the offense in almost exclusively this season, and it's been working out for them.
I think that's a smart tactic, especially, I mean, how many seconds do you have in a timeout to adjust, you know? I can't remember.
30,
40 seconds?
I would say 30, not sure.
So even then with a timeout to like go over a whole different game plan isn't a lot of time. You gotta wait till a quarter change or something like that.
Right.
So I think it's smart to use the timeout to get some new fresh legs in, especially when you're about to get another break over too.
Absolutely, the break opportunities and converting them is really what wins the games in the AUDL. Too many breaks ahead and the time runs out, the other team just can't overcome it.
It becomes a clock management game. Not as much as, I still think teams just play to score most of the time.
Right, I agree.
It's smart, but when you do get those few breaks and when it starts to get the clutch time, it becomes easier than to just kind of casually score and run down the clock. I've been curious to see how like the years of ADL and clock management, how that's going to actually really, you're going to start seeing offenses like really just take forever on purpose to score.
More strategies.
Yeah.
Might see a hack-a-shack type of strategy develop. Tanel with the disc, moves it up line to Max Leonard. Leonard always a threat to throw it into the end zone. And he does take a loopy shot. Several players in the area.
And I think there's going to be contact. Yeah, there was lots of hands and lots of swinging.
Contact called on the Soul.
I couldn't necessarily see anything on this angle, but I'm not surprised at the same time.
Matt Smith on the goal line. Pivoting. Shoots the hammer to Mark Poole for the 8-6 lead. Big point there for the hustle.
Yeah. I know Sewell's not going to be happy about that call. I think what they're arguing is it might not, because it kind of fell into that group. It wasn't really got hit up top, and I think somebody had it in his hands down in the group and then got hit.
Right.
I mean, those are just one of those. I wouldn't expect any. I would expect a call in a club game maybe or something like that as well.
I agree. That was a loopy throw.
Begging to get contact.
Yeah, you hate to see any bad calls in there, but the ref felt like he saw something and he called it. No integrity rule invoked, so I gotta believe somebody got hacked.
Somebody really felt that there was a case. There was a case to be made. I really think it'd be interesting if they could adapt the rule where it's an integrity rule reset rule, where it's like I felt like there was, maybe there wasn't. We can just do a reset integrity.
Right.
There is no foul. It just goes back to throw a reset the count. Something like that would be interesting. Because you really don't see that. They still get the yardage. It still really hurt them.
It's Daniel Poindexter. Ethan Pollock with the disc now. Finds Purcell, working the handler motion. Poindexter. Back to Purcell. Back to Poindexter. The Soul moving backwards right now. Hustle covering well upfield.
This has been what's been happening the last quarter. Austin's offense just...
Purcell leaking out of the back. That's Chris Brooks now back as a handler. 49, Caleb Dinacour.
Good little
Over to
swing.
Pollock. Back to Purcell.
Watch Pollock. He might
Soul
switch.
having trouble gaining yards. Now they're up to the 45, JP Burns. And a big drop by the Soul.
Points start to last longer. Those hands start to get shaky.
Tree Goforth picking up the disc on the sideline, and he shoots the cross-field flick. Nathan Vickroy in pursuit, and he makes the grab.
Nathan Vickroy scores to make it
Big.
6-9.
This guy's becoming a highlight factor.
That is some connection today between Tree and Vickroy
Good play.
with the great shot.
He had to throw it perfect.
Run down beautifully by Vickroy. Big second quarter for the Hustle. I think it's been 4-0 in the second quarter. Absolutely. But Hustle defense feeling it right now.
Austin did not look comfortable moving right there last drive.
Runner with the pull. Looks like Cunningham's going to pick it up for the Soul.
I would not be shocked to see just a deep play.
Looks off the deep shot, but finds a big under, but it's over his head. Hustle with another chance here. Robert Runner picks it up.
Pounding him.
Moves it to Evan Boking. Upfield to Bradham. Bradham to Archie. Upfield. Archie dumped to Runner.
And then a pick was called.
Pick called upfield. Backs the Hustle up 10 yards. On a crucial break opportunity. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left
Yeah,
in the half.
This could really hurt Austin, and now we have another pick. Yeah, I think they're switching to horizontal.
Yes.
It's probably a good idea.
Horizontal stack. Moving offline to Boking. Across to Hicks.
Another pick. I wonder.
Hustle all the way back to their
Yeah.
goal line on
Well,
4
here's the issue.
successive pick calls.
For Austin, this isn't the best either because the time is continuing to go off that clock. And when you're down, and if it,
Ooh, big drop by Bradham there.
well, that changes everything. Because if Atlanta can then still score, that's a lot of time off that clock.
So Soul offense picks it back up over to Cunningham, who swings it into the end zone.
And Austin scores to pull it to
Number 2.
7-9.
Jared Wolf.
I wonder if there's going to be some talk about that.
Remember, Hustle
As a player, I'm
fans,
just like, am I really picking that much?
and seniors get $5
I can't imagine he's purposely trying
College
to.
students can get 2
Yeah, you
tickets
don't
for $12
usually see
within
3
1 Dallas
calls in a
community
row
door.
in a player called game there, but refs felt like someone was trying to get an unfair advantage. Really a costly drop by the Hustle there. Despite the pick calls, we're still working it without much pressure from the Austin defense.
Honestly, that's Austin's first score this quarter. I think it's been already at 3 points. Atlanta's still doing it.
Deep pull down to Atlanta's O-line. Mark Poole catches it to initiate play. Over to Dylan Tennell.
A lot of looks.
Finds Matt Smith on an undercut.
What a facilitator he is. He can beat you under, he can beat you deep. He's just a versatile player.
Deep shot from Gaynor. Looking for Stapleton. Oh, and off his hand. Kyle Stapleton gets up over his guy,
He was
but
able to psych his
off the
defender,
hand.
but
Yep.
then he was still out of position.
He had a big sky a couple weeks against Jacksonville. Big shot back the other way from the Soul. Ripped down by number 10.
I heard a call.
A whistle and a timeout by the Soul before that goal was scored. Yeah, that happens.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, that sucks when that happens. And you want to be like the coach coming in, like, all right, I'm going to help. And then you're like, let's not act like that just happened.
Absolutely.
That didn't happen. I got a plan. Now you're
Well,
really
you
hoping
gotta
it works.
say, if we just did it then, we can do it again right here. So let's find the open man in the end zone.
Just a recap, we're at Atlanta's up 9-7 with 2:30 left in the second quarter. And it's been a pretty steady game. Most quarters been going by pretty quick, fast-paced.
Yep, a lot of scoring. And Seoul with a big opportunity here to punch this in, cut the lead to 1.
Yeah, and that's important for them because that run was almost about to go 5-0. And that can start to get hard to come back from, and they were lucky enough to get 3 picks in a row and then get the turn.
So we'll see what they do coming out of the timeout here. Hustle's D-line on the field. J.P. Burns, Robert Runner, Anders Olsen, Nathan Vickroy, Evan Boking, Sun Choi, and Taylor Tree Goforth.
Runner kind of looking like they're playing like a jump 2-man double team.
Oh, and another floaty throw to Mathis. Hustle right back the other way.
I think they need to be a little
Anders Olsen working the give and goes with Sun Choi across field to Boking. Nice swing and a shot intercepted by Chase Cunningham.
He's quick on that.
Tree feeling it with the throws today. Let's see if he can get this one back on D.
Travel. Yeah.
Travel. Turnover.
Immediately when the whistle's blown, he did look like he got that foot came up.
Runner picking up the disc. No, Evan picking up the disc. Evan Boking, runner in the dump. Nathan Vickroy strikes to the cone but doesn't get it. Looks off to Runner. Back to Boking in the middle of the field. Sun Choi with the disc now.
Nice.
Give and goes to Boking. Boking with
Good little
great
catch.
work.
Oh,
D by Mathis. Big D by the Soul.
I did not think he was going to get it.
Cunningham with the disc again. Marked by Taylor Tree. Goforth and the hand block.
He's looking for a call. He ain't going to get it. That sounded clean.
That was a clean hand block by Goforth to throw away, but gets it back. Robert Runner picks it up on the goal line. Boking working for space. Looked off. Oh, and the little push pass to Evan Boking.
And the
Lead
Hustle
is
score
back to
makes it
3.
10-7 with 45 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, they wasted about 2 minutes.
Exciting point there.
Yeah, that was...
Big hand block by Tree.
Yeah, a lot of team
Goforth.
plays right there. Right after that. We're getting all pumped up. We're all dancing.
Just a reminder.
All right, we got 45 seconds left in the game. 10-7 Atlanta.
Stay off the field.
I would not be shocked to see big buzzer beaters later.
Absolutely, the fans are hoping for it.
I always do. It's a very unique
Anyone
twist
in the
on
HOPS program, please report to the 50-yard line.
the buzzer beaters. Another short pull. The wind got a hold of it.
Soul picking it up. Jeff Loscorn at his own 45. Finds Purcell.
Picking up. This is the heaviest it's been so far today.
Purcell midfield up to 15.
Good.
Big D by Brialt, and Evan Boking picks it up. 28 seconds left. Hustle the other way. Robert Runner. And Swanson burns another timeout with 23.5 left.
That's a coach who's paying attention. He
Absolutely.
knows what's up.
Timeout Hustle.
I got to think the offense is coming on the field here. But if I was coaching, I might leave Evan Boking in there. He's really doing work today.
Especially in case another turn happens. He was great in the Jacksonville game a couple weeks ago. They weren't able to pull a victory off that week, but he had some good plays on both sides of the disc.
Moving the disc well on the defensive handler core, but It's Atlanta trusty O-line coming out.
Yeah.
Dylan Tennell.
You got 23 seconds to work. Honestly, I would feel Tennell back there. Where you are now, you're already in scoring position.
Absolutely.
Ian Stapleton out there, even if you're under on 10, you can still go 150 yards.
Plenty of time.
And really, you can get 3 or 4 unders if it's run perfectly, and then a nice little 15-yard throw into the end zone.
We'll see what Austin can do. Big defensive look for them here to keep the lead at 3 going into half.
We are live going back in.
Disc in. Moves it around to Mark Poole. Mark Poole upfield to Sam Gaynor.
Looking for another continuation.
Gaynor to Smith, 15 seconds.
He wants to get
Smith,
rid of it.
10 seconds. Tennell with the disc. Shooting deep to Smith. Oh, just off his fingertips.
He kind of...
4 seconds to go.
And the clock
And
had
Austin
stopped
gonna
at
pick
4.
it up. Looking to bomb it.
That's a foul. That gives him...
Hammer is gonna end the quarter, and Mark Poole with a D for the stat line.
Yeah, he'll add one up, and I think there's a call.
Quarter's over.
Yeah,
Waved off by the ref.
They're just still talking about maybe what happened before there on the foul.
And that's the end of your first half.
Oh man, Smith, you know he's gonna shake his head just a little bit after that one. It looked like he was just kind of running out of gas there in the end and wasn't able to finish off the
Absolutely.
play.
Should have had that one.
But
The hustle will be coming out on offense to start the second half.
right, another reason why that goal would have been even better. But 10-7, and honestly, they looked really good that second quarter. So I mean, the coach doesn't have to say too much. Just don't make mistakes. Okay.
Right. Big quarter for the hustle.
So we're gonna be taking a break here, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action. Atlanta, Austin, Atlanta up 10-7. are back for the second half. Me, Tyler Warner,
And Blake Hanna here with you today.
good game so far.
Hustle up 10-7 and receiving the pole.
This game, I feel like, see what the adjustments have been made. I think Austin probably were talked about how to revitalize that offense. And as far as Atlanta, if I were the coach, I honestly just think keep doing what you're doing. Maybe just execute a little bit better, but otherwise, good play that second quarter.
Absolutely. Story of the second quarter was Atlanta defense punching in at a high rate on their break opportunities. So we'll see if the Hustle offense, now with a little bit of cushion, we'll see if they play nice calm.
Yeah, especially get the disc coming out here right off the start of the second half. All right, here we
Soul
go.
with the pull. Looks like Max Leonard's gonna reel it in. Moves it to Stapleton. Stapleton over to Tennell. Looking upfield. Finds Mark Poole, middle of the field.
Goes
Mark
deep.
Poole with the big backhand to Trenton Spinks. Nothing but time, and he reels it in the end zone.
Great look.
Mark Poole, the beautiful deep shot. And Spinks
Oh,
got
man.
behind his guy on that one.
Spinks, I used to play with him in college, and he has gotten so much quicker. I mean, this was years ago when I played. His speed has just, it's shocking. He's as quick as Matt Smith sometimes.
Really, once he gets going, he is a freight train.
Yeah, he,
Burns the soul deep there.
at first that disc I thought for sure was going to travel, and I was like, ah, and then he just took off. He got quicker. That was really impressive.
11-7 lead, 18 seconds off the clock here in the third quarter.
Wait,
Efficiency
Yeah,
by the Hustle.
show your dominance early. We're already seeing this. Ooh!
Turnover by the Soul. JP Burns there on the D.
Yeah, that just
Runner picks it up to
miscue
Boking.
there from Austin. Oh, and then turfed it.
Gives it right back. Boking, uncharacteristic turf
Yeah.
there. Loscorn picking it up for the Soul. Swings it over to Purcell.
Gotta go back
Sun
to
Choi
normal
on the
here.
mark.
Good grab.
High backhand to the middle of the field. Loscorn back with it.
Ooh, it was able to
Over
stay
to
up
Poindexter.
there. Look at the flow now from Austin. They're moving.
Mitchell Bennett back to Purcell on the sideline. Tight upfield throw to Loscorn.
Kind of trapped there now.
Nobody
He's
in the
looking for a
open
cut.
side. Has to move it off the line to 16, Chris Brooks.
And there, they hear that? Oh!
Deed by JP
I
Burns,
think
number
he-
81.
I think he wanted to say it was a strip.
No call
I
from
don't-
the ref.
I don't think it looked like he just dropped it, but maybe he bumped him. It could have been one of those. He didn't really do it, but turned nonetheless.
JP with the under. Back off the line to Boking.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, a little lefty backhand to the middle of the field.
You're gonna be able to
Deed.
get away with those.
That's 2 turnovers by Boking on this point. Let's see if they can get it back. Brialt throws a quick double team, then
Great
runner
job.
bails.
Ooh, I thought he had it. Oh,
Hammer
Look,
up top to Ethan Pollock.
when in doubt, just throw it high to him. And
And Austin scores to make it 11-8.
11-8. Hustle with a couple chances there.
yeah, and
Got to be happy they're getting chances, even
Yeah,
though
I
they
will
didn't
take-
get the break there.
I will take the defense. I mean, they'll still score it on you in the end, but I will take those chances every time I can get them. But Atlanta's the best when they can capitalize on those. This team has potential to be that great.
Offense coming back out. Looks like the starting offense. We've announced that line several times.
The A team.
And Spinks having a big game, cutting upfield for this line. We'll see if he can keep it going here. Seoul seems to be having trouble with them. Spinks with the big under early. And a big gainer up to Matt Smith.
Offense looking in rhythm at the moment.
Someone needs to come back.
Good swing.
And it's Spinks.
They're really, ooh, had to run
Swing
it down.
to Leonard. Finds Gainer in the middle of the field. He's got a wide open swing.
Gainer ain't afraid to
Spinks.
take it deep too if he thinks he's
takes
got a
it.
shot.
Spinks over to Matt Smith. Swings it to Leonard. Leonard keeps the swing going, breaking the Seoul defense. Mark Poole with the disc. Finds Trenton Spinks, who finds Matt Smith
Great work.
for the goal.
Great teamwork, great communication. Both players knew they were aware of each other there and were able to then just continue right into the goal.
Matt Smith and Trenton Spinks really just covering a lot of ground out there.
A little duo going on. They're going to be making their own Odd Couple TV show.
Yes.
This fall.
Seemingly always open, and with the distributors back there, Max Leonard, Mark Poole, Dylan Tennell. The hustle really just needs to choose their spots, and their offense is tough to stop.
Atlanta's offense used both sides of the field. They used the whole field that drive. Once they got one to the side of the line, they took it all the way back to the other side, and that's really can wear down a D-line.
Yeah, it's tough to cover the whole field out there.
It's a big field, bigger than your club fields.
Hustle with the pull.
Ooh.
Doesn't land in bounds.
Good pull, though.
They're going to be coming out on the 35.
Let's say in the crowd today, we've got a good mix of your Hustle fans and a good, very vocal Austin fans today. I'm hearing out there.
Absolutely, traveling well. Pollock with the big gainer to start the Seoul offense.
And they're in rhythm right now.
15 Poindexter. Oh, throws it too far for Loscorn.
He wanted to get rid of it as soon as he caught it.
Robert Runner walking past. Looks like he's going to go back and pick it up, letting the defense get
Let's not get a
upfield.
delay a game here again.
Picks up. Anders Olsen with the early under.
Oh, nothing.
Needs to get rid of it and stalled.
I think he thought because he fell, it
Purcell
wasn't.
running deep. Anders needs to get on his
Good.
horse. Remains close enough to deter the throw. Oh, Runner with the bid.
Not sure what happened. I thought I heard a whistle, but it was not involved.
Sounds like they were just whistling the disc in there. Pollock with the disc for the Seoul. Back to Loscorn. Over to Purcell. Kicks it over to Chris Brooks.
Not a lot of unders right now.
King on the mark.
Austin's offense still has not been able to find a rhythm.
Oh, risky
Almost
throw.
pulled it off.
Pass Anders. Keeps swinging over to Pollock. Pollock upfield to Loscorn.
Somebody's gonna shoot and load it. Like
Vickroy on defense upfield. He gets beat
yeah.
to the break side.
You could sense somebody was about to give.
Make it 9-12.
12-9. Little over 4 minutes off the clock here in the second half, and no change in the gap here, three-point gap.
Same old. Atlanta once again has a chance to convert off the D and unable to do it. But they're playing well. I mean, Austin's having a hard time scoring. That was a long point. And if they keep the spread the same, really those points can take as long as they need to. That's only really helping you in the end.
Agreed. The Hustle O-line seems largely unaffected by the Austin D-line. They're not really generating many Ds on this starting offensive unit. Couple turfs and overthrows.
Right. More mental execution errors. Well, he had a cut, but it was a little late. Atlanta able to find him.
Over to Matt Smith. Max Leonard working with him in the backfield. High swing to Trenton Spinks, and it goes over his head. Mathis picks it up for the Soul. Oh,
good grab.
good
Came in
stab
hot.
there. Chase Cunningham with the disc for the Soul. Now Jared Wolf, Mark Poole on the mark. Finds Mathis in the middle and shoots to the end zone.
There you go.
Soul with the break to make it a 2-point game. Atlanta still leading. 7 minutes left.
And yeah, there was just right, like we said, mental execution problems. And the wind. Sometimes those just get you.
Wind pushed it over his head, coming towards the camera here. A lot of turns have been made in that manner today by both squads.
By both teams, yeah. And honestly, Austin has done it a little more often. They've had a couple where they went to dump it and overthrew it or something, and that's kind of showed in the score now. That's where Atlanta's been able to capitalize.
Atlanta's hustle O-line back up the field. We see Vic Roy and Bo King coming across. They've been stalwarts on the D-line offense today. See if they can.
They've been good on both
Add
sides.
to the O here.
And they're going into the wind, so that will kind of affect this drive.
Leonard in the middle of the field. Low disc to Bo King.
I think it's
Down. Called down by the refs. Soul with the chance to get a break back and make it a 1-point game here. And they throw it away. Cunningham.
Yikes.
Too far out in front.
Like I said, it's not like that it's crazy windy, but it's just enough. People are getting little miscues.
Matt Smith finds Stapleton.
Oh, and picks are back.
10-yard penalty for the pick. Matt Smith still working the deep space. And he's going.
Not seeing many unders able to swing it out.
Air bouncing break to Gaynor.
Gotta attack the disc right now when you
Back in the middle of the field to Matt Smith. Finds the dump, Evan Boking.
There's
Looking
good,
upfield,
nice
finds
cut.
Gaynor on the nice cut.
Oh,
Takes a shot, juked out by his own guy there.
Yeah.
In the back of the stack, Stapleton.
I think he had the look, so that's why I think if he just went.
Throw did not come off flat, regardless.
That's
But
true too, so who could have been anything there.
Soul going back the other way. And a poach D by Stapleton. Gets it right back for the
Yeah.
hustle O.
He's a great player.
Tennell picks it up. Offline to Bo King.
Get off that line if you can.
Has the swing over to Vic Roy and he takes it.
Still hasn't got that continuation cut yet.
Back to Bo King. Hustle a bit stagnant upfield, but
They're
Kyle
able to break it,
Stapleton with
yeah.
the big under.
Gets contact.
Contact, gets a contact call.
Ooh.
Oh, contact called on Stapleton. Ref thought it was an aggressive pivot.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see many of those calls again. That did not seem.
Upfield, Bo King. Too far for
Yeah.
Matt Smith. Time running off the clock. We're at 4:35 in the third.
Yeah, it's been a long couple of points.
Soul with the disc, and they
Yeah.
take a deep shot.
And
It's too far
yeah, he's just
for the Soul receiver.
contact
Foul on the throw.
The refs have started to kind of creep back in this game a little bit, but I don't think Matt Smith was even really questioning it. It was probably a good call.
So Soul gets it back after the big deep shot. Timeout White.
Yeah. And see, that's a little bit early for a timeout. Like, you know, when the game gets tight later and they may need one, that could be an issue.
So first time out of the second half here, 4 minutes left in the third quarter, 12-10 hustle. Soul with the disc deep in their own
Trying to
territory.
get another break here.
And looks like Atlanta is gonna save some legs here and put a fresh D-line on. try to stop this Soul attack.
From what I've seen, the Atlanta's just aren't in sync as they were that second quarter. A lot of just throwing problems right now. Not to say that they don't look good, but just need to wake back up a little bit.
And right now attacking this north end zone where most of the goals have not been scored today. We've seen a lot of nice, clean shots to the other end zone, but a lot of overthrown, blading garbage to the north end zone.
All right. Austin looking to get another break and get this game within one.
Jared Wolf with the disc up to Loscorn.
Ooh, he almost was able.
Shooting deep to Michael Mathis with the big sky over Sun Choi and Anders Olsen.
Hustle not happy about that. They wanted that one.
That is the second big aerial grab by number 3, Michael Mathis today. And he cuts the lead to 1.
That was a big point for Austin. A good way to make a statement on that play.
So Hustle coming back downwind on this point. 3:45 to go and a 1-point lead.
It's a low-scoring game today. There's just been the few points that have really stretched out, eating up the clock.
Atlanta really wants to keep the pressure on Austin with a goal here to get it back to 2.
And how you do it is important. Well, if you can really just seamlessly move it down, they're gonna actually roll it out. But if you can seamlessly work that disc down and score, that means a lot to show that you still got control of the game.
They roll it out of bounds, but no double team. Tannell picks up, finds Gaynor.
Interesting, no double team. Yeah, that's.
Gaynor upfield to Stapleton. Swings it.
Oh, good grab.
Trenton, sliding grab.
Scary swing. Good.
Max Leonard with a nice inside break. Gaynor in the middle of the field. Sees Matt Smith with space towards the sideline. Mark Poole. Max Leonard with the big layout grab.
Got a little scary there.
Hustle lead 13-11.
Hustle offense with the exciting and
I could feel my heart beating on that point. I was getting nervous there for Hustle.
nerve-wracking point there. Matt Smith with the assist to Max Leonard.
Yeah, Austin definitely was bringing good intensity to that play. Just a good look from Smith to Leonard. Yeah.
Right, some early bids there by Austin. Pressure was on, but Atlanta converts.
Yeah, that was important.
Hustle O-line gelling at this point in the season, week 7 here.
I've really trusted this O-line this year. They've been playing very steady. That D-line, like I said, they can converge a little bit more. We could be a real scary threat to any team.
Atlanta pulls it. Caught by Chris Brooks. Moves it upfield to Purcell. Keeps moving it to Loscorn. They're already at the 50. 3 throws.
Yeah, good movement there early. Nice. They're actually starting to use more of the field. Those swings are really helping them.
Brooks with the disc. Loscorn. A lot of touches for Austin today.
Austin right now kind of looking to just home it between their handlers.
Nice upfield pass to Brooks. He's got a swing to Purcell. Continuation challenged by Anders Olsen, but he gets it off. Ethan Pollock with the disc now. Back to the middle and the Soul with the big drop.
Yeah, that was
Hustle going the other way. Looks like Robert Runner's going to pick it up with Bo King
This is huge for
back
Atlanta.
as a handler. Deed!
Yeah,
No call.
there was look.
Brialt wanted it, but deed by Mitchell Bennett.
I think that was pretty clean. King was looking for the call, but it seemed to come out pretty like a nice D.
Purcell picks up the disc, moves it for the Soul, offline to Loscorn in the middle. He looks for the big break, and it's in the end zone.
Just good work from Austin.
And Austin scores the goal within one, 13-12, hustle.
So 13-12 hustle, minute 49 here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and going into the fourth quarter, if Atlanta can stay up by one, I think that's 1 or 2. That's what you want. I believe Austin gets the disc
Yep.
to start the fourth.
It'll be Soul disc. So Atlanta wanting to get this goal. Minute 49, we'll see if they try to use up some clock here or if they just march on down.
I believe they'll just march right down and score. I think, if anything, that defense getting a chance to get a break and then score would be great.
Absolutely. Another roller pull
another
from
roller
Austin to midfield.
And this time I think a double team will be applied.
Tennell gonna pick it up. Double teamed. Spinks
Atlanta
on the
knows how
far
to-
side, completely unmarked. But Dylan elects for the big dump blade out of the double team.
Just I'm such a critic of that tactic. I rarely see it work. But it is an interesting approach rather than just doing a normal pull.
Right, the hustle with a good system, they usually just throw someone way back behind the disc, unmarked, and they take it like a normal pull.
Right, yeah, I mean, it's easily executed. You can get around it. Some teams, I think, just don't get it thrown at them enough.
Good pressure upfield by the Soul right now. But Spinks finds some space in the middle of the field. And he rips the deep shot to Dylan Tennell in the end zone. Trenton Spinks with the cannon.
Wow. Great look. Beautiful putt.
14-12.
We are seeing a bit of a paradigm today with normal deep cutters hucking it deep to handlers.
Yeah, that's not a common Trenton throw. That isn't something he pulls out every week. So great job.
Big game by Trenton today. Has the hustle up 2.
58 left. Third. We couldn't have asked for a more beautiful day. There's not a single cloud in the sky today. Just a slight
Amazing.
breeze. Really good ultimate weather. Well, me personally, I like a little cloudy. The sun really beats down on me, but it does feel good today as a commentator.
Right, the fair-skinned Tucker. Right here, wishing it was cloudy.
I will be pretty red after this game, I imagine. That's gonna land in. No!
Out of bounds. Long, pretty pull, but
I've had a couple like that today.
that's okay. I think the hustle defense doesn't mind setting up on their guys and challenging them
Kinda
to get
read the
open from a
offense.
stop disc.
Kind of an ISO play, it looks like.
Pollock operating in the lane. Goes deep. Looked
Dropped.
off and dropped by the Soul. Runner to pick this up.
Looks like-
Vicroy in the back of the stack. Dangerous.
They just need to get that first continuation throw. There we go. And now let's see if they can.
Oh, King with the throwaway.
King's a little. He's been on the wrong end of some of these turns today, or at least the second half.
Brooks with the dish for Austin. Finds Bennett in the middle of the field up to Ethan Pollock. Looking for the deep shot, pumps it off. Pollock again with the big flick. Ryan Archibald in pursuit, gets the good position and prevents the score.
Kind of guided his receiver away from the disc, which was really good, smart move.
Very nice play there. Roll the clock.
Clock needs to be running.
Run the clock. Nathan Vicroy with a deep shot. And that's the end of the quarter.
No goal. bit of an issue. The refs are actually going to talk about it. Austin's celebrating, I don't know, just a joke.
No
or
signal from the refs yet.
Nothing
If
true.
that was off in time, no goal. Ethan Pollock with the big rip, but didn't get it off in time.
Austin isn't really complaining about it either. I think they kind of knew probably was no goal, but little miss clock management there, but that happens in these games still.
So heading to the fourth quarter, Austin will be receiving the pole, down 2. Wind has not changed, slight breeze. And I think that one of these teams, whoever wants to win this game, is going to turn up the defensive intensity right here.
I won't be surprised to see a lot of layout bids, maybe some gratuitous layouts from Austin for sure to catch back up. Just get everybody pumped up again. Atlanta, they've always been able to keep their composure, and it really calls for it now. You've got the lead. As long as your O scores every point, you're going to win this game. Easier said than done, for sure.
Absolutely, but a win here would give the Soul a nice road trip.
Yeah.
They came a long way. I don't think they're ready to give up here at the beginning of the fourth.
And it's good for a team to go on the road and get a clean sweep. That's hard to do in this league. And
absolutely. Hustle with their road trip to Texas coming up in mid-June.
Yeah.
2 games against the Roughnecks and the Soul. And home turf will belong to the Soul next time. So a big win here.
Get that first win before you go there. Well, the importance of this game is Jacksonville lost to Austin earlier in the year, so having this win kind of puts us up on Jacksonville a little bit. And then if we can beat them next week, really can separate us from Raleigh and Jacksonville, really solidify our second place in the division.
Absolutely. Atlanta's schedule not getting any easier with road games to Dallas, Raleigh, and Austin ahead.
That month of June, I believe, yeah, that's going to be tough.
Pivotal time in the season. And Dylan Tennell with the pull for the Hustle lands out of bounds.
Great catch by the ref.
That'll be in the middle of the field on the 35.
He knew right where it was. Discs in and not a lot
Anders
of movement
Olsen
from Austin.
shuts down the initiation cut. Vicroy on D. Going deep.
He caught it. Wow.
Austin Soul with the big sky there.
I thought I saw the disc fly off, but it was actually a hat, I believe.
That was a nice play by the Soul. 4 people there.
Yeah.
And they come down with it for the quick downwind score to start the fourth.
Good play from Austin. Risky throw, but they were able to have confidence to catch that disc.
Hustle looking to answer here. We'll see if they take a shot as well.
Yeah, it's real big. They could come out and make it as easy to look for Austin.
Right, but we don't want to try to answer and let the emotions make decisions for us here.
Stick to what you've done most of this game, and they've really been able to keep good, fluid play. Oh, poor Dylan Tennell. He has misjudged that now twice today.
Picks it up on the line and swings it to Stapleton. Big pump fake, finds Trent and Spinks in midfield.
All right. They're going backwards, but they're at least picking up players.
Leonard finds Stapleton. Advances upfield to Poole. Back to Stapleton. To Gaynor.
He wanted to do it.
Instead finds Matt Smith for the short swing. Upfield to Spinks. Spinks fakes the shot. Now looking, needs to get rid of it, and he gets it.
I think he
throws it into the stack.
I don't know who he was looking for there.
Cunningham with the disc now for the Soul.
Ooh, he was towing that line, able to stay in.
Mark Poole, unsuccessful bid. Loscorn with it for the Soul. Gets it offline to the middle of the field. Back to Loscorn.
Austin actually looking pretty good there.
Swings it, Cunningham with the disc. High. Oh, but
He caught it, able to pick it up the
clean
trash.
up the trash. Oh, and it's a tie game.
Ooh, and that,
New game
ooh,
here.
yeah, that kind of changes the momentum now. You still have got the serve on your side, but that Austin's starting to look a little bit more like Austin from the first quarter. Maybe they were saving all their energy till now, who knows?
Hustle with the alternate O-line here. Coming out, Sun Choi, Stephen Hicks, Robert Runner, J.P. Burns, Nathan Vickroy, Evan Boking, and Anders Olsen. Looking to answer on this upwind. Huge point here early
Yeah.
in the fourth.
It's still very early, 10:31, but you don't want to try to play catch up the whole fourth quarter. That's the last thing you want to do in a game like this.
Soul looking for the double break with the upwind score there, and now coming out on D downwind.
Oh, he looked him off.
Runner finds Vickroy upfield. He gets rid of it to Anders Olsen, middle of the field.
Not a lot of cuts happening right now at the moment.
Swings to Sun Choi.
Still no cuts.
Sun Choi with the swing to Boking. Double teamed now, but gets it off to J.P. Burns.
Yeah.
Back to Boking. Something
There,
needs to open up upfield. And Robert Runner streaking deep. Nathan Vickroy goes up. Comes down empty.
Looking for a call, doesn't get it. It did come, the disc did come straight down, but there was no call.
Mathis there for Austin. They move it to Jared Wolf. Keeps swinging around over to Mathis. Vickroy on the mark. Mathis gets it offline. Soul's defense marching up the field. Now at the
Ooh,
40,
I thought that
45.
might have been called.
Mathis now in hustle territory. Shoots the backhand,
I don't think it's
floating
backhand.
out of bounds.
That's gonna come out right at the thrower.
Ref marks it on the 41.
That never came back in bounds.
Never came back in. Evan Boking gonna pick this up for the hustle. J.P. Burns streaking deep. Boking takes a shot.
Look for that
Complete
reset
to
if you
Burns.
can. Yep, perfect.
Finds Vickroy, who finds Sun Choi for the goal.
Oh, wow. I know everybody on both sides where their hearts were racing that point. Big, and you can see some of the Austin players with their heads a little down, shoulders shrugged.
Big
That's a tough point.
opportunity for them. Couldn't convert. And the hustle D off
Yeah.
to the races on their second chance there. Or the O, right?
Yeah, the O turned it up. And that's what's nice about having, like you said, Vickroy and was it Boking? I think he was in that play, maybe not. But
Yeah.
having they're very D-minded players, and having them on offense is a nice, refreshing way, especially on those turns. If your offense doesn't do well, you can really turn around and get the disc back.
Absolutely good movement. Atlanta looking to make it a 2-point lead to hand over to their O-line
Yep.
for the rest of this game.
We got Dylan on defense.
Dylan on D, Bradham, Archie, Brialt, Stapleton, Kelvin Williams, and Tree Goforth hustling down for the hustle.
Everybody be hustling.
Soul in a host stack looking for daylight,
Yeah, they're not
swinging
getting
it
any
amongst the handlers. Archie tied on 15.
He's
I think
looking
that's
for a dump
Poindexter.
hard. Ooh, good bid.
Stapleton with the bid. Doesn't get it.
Ooh, he almost
Purcell
traveled.
back over to Poindexter. Upfield, Tree with the bid on Cunningham, but no dice.
Recovery.
Quick double team here
Yeah.
thrown from the hustle. And it's
He got
blocked.
it. Nope. I think
Foul called.
yeah, and Tree even called it on himself.
Right. Tree
Good integrity.
Must have whacked the hand there of Cunningham.
I love Atlanta, man. They will always stick to spirit for the most part. Like,
Deep looping shot. Tennell in the area. Goes up for the
man.
D.
Dylan gets it again.
Double D.
They're not calling it. Dylan gets a
Dude,
double D.
jeez.
I think I
Wow.
might have missed it. I'm trying to.
Unbelievable play by Tennell there to break up the initial pass and then go for the second effort D. Looks like the hustle, the Soul was going to clean up the trash.
Yeah, that was impressive
today.
work.
Oh, the hustle with the turnover on the flick. Loopy flick, 15
Off the rise
all.
to 15.
That's sad to see on the play like that after great defensive work.
Hustle D, unable to convert off of a pass breakup by Dylan Tennell.
Yeah, great play on his part.
And Vic Roy back in for the hustle offense, along with Stephen Hicks, Mark Poole, Trenton Spinks, Max Leonard, Sam Gaynor, and Matt Smith.
Oh, that was such a tough point to see. Great D, and then just an unfortunate. We've had a couple of those today where it's just kind of we go to swing and then they float it over. But everybody's been getting those today, both sides of the disc.
Yep. So 15 all, 7:19 to go. Hustle receiving on offense.
Major offensive point here.
Poole to Leonard to start us upfield. Finds Gaynor for 10 yards.
Got a little bit of wind coming in.
Matt Smith with the disc now. Swings it back to Mark Poole.
Ooh, it was getting high on that stall count.
Poole swings to Stephen Hicks.
No action.
Gets it off just in time to Trenton Spinks.
Just nothing right now. Great work right now from Austin defense.
Hicks with the disc to Leonard.
There you go. You're
Finds
starting to get
Vic
the
Roy.
break.
Foot block by Jared Wolf.
Unbelievable. What a
Wow,
play.
he read that like a book.
Yeah, about 6:30 right
Nathan
now left in the
Vickroy.
fourth.
Looking to shoot deep. Not today.
No, not gonna happen.
Soul working it now.
Oh.
Wolf with it on the 40.
Nobody moving for Soul.
Looking for cutters.
Ooh, he used the ground to help catch
Quick
it, but he got under it.
swing. Hicks on the D.
Way to catch your D's.
We have a call middle of the field.
Injury. I think it was some with
Sam
his,
Gaynor.
I don't even. It might be some with his shoes. He was pointing at his shoes for some reason.
Shoe or a lower leg injury. Looks like he's going over to the trainer. May have been stomped on.
Yeah, he could have been. Cleat kind of hit his leg or something.
Tennell.
They're making some injury substitutions.
Tennell in for Gaynor.
All right, Atlanta, this is all you got to do is just pretend like you never turned it in the first place. Go right back to work.
5:50 left for the hustle. Oh, they roll it back to 6
Yeah.
minutes after the injury. Half a quarter left. 15 all. Hustle disc. Max Leonard with the disc.
Good run.
Finds Matt Smith on the under.
Nobody under there again.
Big fake. Finds, Dylan Tennell, but he drops it.
There's just not any unders coming for Hustle right now. They look slow.
Not quite in. Soul on the goal line. Ratcheting up the D. And they find him.
Ooh, and that was probably the biggest point
And
of
the
the
Hawks
game so
forward
far.
take the lead, 16 to
Reed.
15.
So Austin
Yeah.
with the first lead since early in the second quarter, 16-15. And I believe that's a 3-point run.
Yeah, I think so. We were up by 2. And honestly, ever since the start of this quarter, Austin just woke up and the exact opposite happened to Atlanta. Their offense is just seeming a little sluggish.
So JP Burns, Stapleton, Bo King, Dylan Tennell, Sun Choi, Anders Olsen, and Mark Poole out there trying to get the offensive ship righted
last point was very important for the Atlanta offense. This one, even more important. You do not want to go down by 2 this late in the 4th.
5.5 minutes as the pole sails out of bounds.
And I mean, there's still a lot of time. There's been a lot of turns on both sides, so even a 2-point spread isn't the end of the game, but hard mentally to get back into it.
Tennell with the disc, shooting deep to Anders Olsen right off the bat. Anders tracks it down for the one throw, 7-second goal by the Hustle offense.
That's remembering where the wind's blowing too.
Absolutely.
Beautiful shot.
Anders leaked out behind the defense there.
Goodness.
And there's not many people in the division that can keep up with Anders Olsen running deep there.
Impressive.
I gotta think that was a called play.
Yeah. And like you said, I think everyone's aware of where the wind is blowing, and that it was a great time to pull that out. Now let's see if this defense can actually get the conversion, and if they can go up by 1 with under 4 minutes, that'll be great. Another close one. Atlanta's had a lot of close games this year. That looks like another ISO play.
Purcell picking it up. Lots of crowding over there in front of the disc. Finds Poindexter.
And they're still homey in
Back
it.
to Chris Brooks, swings it back to Purcell. Hustle defense amped up.
Found another one.
Ethan Pollock underneath. Purcell with the disc over to Brooks. Soul working it. High release flick.
Oh, able to grab it.
15 climbs the ladder for the grab. Ethan Pollock with the disc attacking. Sun Choi.
He was able to catch it.
Caught by Pollock. Distributes it to Losmore for the goal.
17-16.
4:40 left in the 4th. 17-16 Soul. Ugh.
Pressure's on Atlanta's offense once again to put this one in and get the defense back on the field. We'll see if there's another called play.
I can't help but feel like Atlanta's just let this slowly slip away. It's right there, they're able to capture it, but these next couple drives should be so important. It really was. You know, Austin played the first quarter great, then Atlanta played 2 quarters in a row great, and then Austin finished with a great quarter. The points just seem to be going their way right now.
Absolutely, this game right there for the taking by either team. 1 point deficit.
This is good ultimate though. You love to see games go down to the wire like this.
Clock running from 4:40 in the 4th quarter here. Sam Gaynor with the early shot to Anders Olsen once again. Tracks it down, not in the end zone. Receiver travel.
Receiver travel.
It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. I believe it's because he was pivoting in the end zone there and didn't walk it back out.
Yeah. Heat of the moment, I just don't think he realized.
Anders finds Poole immediately. Back to Anders Olsen. Back to Poole.
That was a good cut, nice upline cut.
Finds Gaynor attacking Matt Smith
Toed
in the front of the end zone.
And up 5-17.
He kind of got rolled into, happened a little off camera.
Matt Smith down right now. What appears
Immediately felt hurt.
appears to be a left leg injury.
Trainers are working out there. He's still rolling around. He's on the ground, but from what I saw, he made the toe, and the guy kind of rolled into his leg, and that's one of those. I think he got trapped under his body and just kind of got rolled on. I can tweak it pretty badly sometimes.
Right. Hopefully not too serious.
Yeah.
Matt
not,
Smith.
Yeah, depending on this game, you may not even really want him. Depending on how serious it is, you may want to just arrest the rest of this game.
Right.
Not good for Atlanta. We don't
No,
want that,
and we know Matt.
I'd rather
doesn't
lose
like
him for
that.
4 minutes right now than 3 or 4 weeks if we keep pushing.
We'll keep an eye on
Yeah.
Smith,
He's sitting
hoping
up,
that he is going to be all right.
but right here, about 3:59 left.
And he's walking it off around the end zone now.
There goes
Soul
Austin.
with the disc.
Moving
Lost
it
corn.
very fluidly already.
Shooting
That might be too far out.
out of bounds. Vicroy on the pursuit.
Good pressure on D. Sometimes you can make the handler have to put it in the tough spaces.
They shoot it deep to JP Burns.
Nobody's down there with him, and I think you're going to see a timeout called. Yeah.
Timeout Atlanta.
He had nobody else down there with him, so I think they were like, well, we got 2 left. Let's go ahead
Big
and get it.
timeout. Fourth quarter, going to see the
Get
offense
the
come out
lead.
here
Oh.
and try to take the lead and pull back downwind. Pivotal moment in the fourth here.
I love watching Ultimate games, but Atlanta this year has been just giving me borderline heart attacks for some of these games. I don't know if I can take it. Thank God there's only 14 games this season.
Bleeding purple here.
Oh yeah.
The camera crew. It's okay.
I understand that I might be biased, but I do my best. I will accept my bias as what it is. Honestly, this is great to see these 2 teams meet for the first time, and it's this entertaining of a game.
Absolutely. Look forward to more matchups.
Yeah, I really enjoy seeing the new teams in the division, and
From what I've seen, the Austin Ultimate scene is pretty excited about the AUDL team. I know they
Yeah.
had some good crowds at their early home games. And Hustle probably looking forward to go play in that atmosphere.
that should be fun.
So we'd like to go in there 1-0 against them.
Yeah,
And big point here for Tennell.
especially Carey, you know more about the team. You can come into the game with a little more prep. That'll be a great game too to watch later in the season.
Absolutely. Tennell about 6 yards outside of the end zone. Spinks cutting.
Just
to
used
the
his body.
cone. Unstoppable athleticism. Trenton
And
Spinks.
Hustle take the lead with
And that's when you know, like, you know what, the guy behind you is probably going to come diving in, but if you got your body in front of him, let him hit you. It's a foul. Make the catch. Use your body. Great job.
Tennell, high trust in Spinks right there to catch that on the
Yeah.
goal line. And now it's an 18-17
Yeah,
lead with
man.
3.5 minutes to go.
So you got the serve back on your side again. That was most important. And you did it right here near the end. Playing from behind is just so nerve-wracking. Really would like to see this Hustle D. If you want to keep this game, keep the momentum. If Austin scores, make them waste a whole minute. Make them work for it.
Absolutely. Runner with the pull, hustling down on D. JP Burns, Ben Brialt, Ryan Archibald, Kelvin Williams, Sun Choi, and Nathan Vicroy. Soul,
Ooh, he's looking
Chris Brooks with the disc at their own 25.
a little stagnant right now. Ooh, and he's gonna get stalled.
Stalled.
Wow.
And a delay of game.
Oh, delay of game for picking it up and then throwing the disc.
Yep. Soul frustrated, throws the disc
Yeah.
down.
You gotta keep composure.
Ref
That-
blows the whistle, and the Hustle is gonna get to walk it all the way up
Oh,
inside of 5 yards.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with the delay of game. I understand why it was called, but
Timeout call
Timeout Hustle.
and if for Austin,
by Robert Runner.
that's a win for Austin. Hey, we had to force a timeout. Great.
Absolutely.
Great to win. And we got firemen coming through here.
Let's hope that that's just a drill.
Yeah, that's so good. Well, it is a big city. You never know. Back to that call with the delay game. It kind of looked like he just grabbed it and tried to throw it back to him, but he did throw it away from the play. I get why that's called, but Sometimes I feel like he was just trying to get it back to him. Unfortunate call for Austin, but that's...
The refs, have to manage their authority, and he felt like you should blow the whistle there.
Yeah. It's
Austin
not like he
still
took it and threw it in anger or anything, but I mean, yeah, we all know the rules, and that's
right.
He knew not to touch it, and he did. But
so the Soul was able to set their defense up there, though, and cause a timeout by Atlanta. They'll pick it up with a 0 stall count here, though. A good rule in the AUDL that coaches can take advantage of.
Really important that they score here because now you have no timeouts. You cannot get behind and then have to...
Leaving Matt Smith a lot of space right here. He is unstoppable in this position. We'll see if Dylan can find him.
Disc is not in yet. It is in now.
Oh, Tennell turns it over. Michael Mathis.
He just needed to make... I don't know what kind of play call that was supposed to be, but nothing seemed to come out of it.
So Hustle with a 1-point lead, now trying to stop the Soul offense. They go with a big huck. Matt Smith, Max Leonard in the area.
Good
Leonard gets up
jump
for
over the
D.
top. You've got all day, guys. You've got all day.
Finds Tennell upfield. Nearing
Just
2
work
minutes
your
in the
offense
fourth.
up, yeah.
Matt Smith with the disc to Leonard. Leonard moves it to Poole.
Right there in front of you. He's got another
Hustle using space, using clock. And they take a deep shot to Tennell, who goes up big over Cunningham.
I'm telling you right now.
For the goal.
Dylan Tennell is a big boy.
He is.
And I love when he's matched up against anybody because
what a run he is on.
he's not flashy about it. He's not like he's got huge hops, but you try to jump into him and it's like you hit a force field. The guy can't get around.
Absolutely. Gets himself in a good position, goes up early, and goes up strong.
Hawk's back.
Hawk circling over us here.
He's ready to see this game end.
Minute 53 left, 2-point lead on the huck from Mark Poole to Dylan Tennell.
We could say the Atlanta Hawks visit us today, this Hustle game. Dude, I'm afraid he's just going to poop on himself. He's flying right over our heads.
The Hawks. Look, there's one up on the...
Yeah, they're chilling up in the lights. Oh, let's get back to this game.
Hustle with the pole.
At 1:53 left in the game. You're going to look for Austin and try to make a quick score here.
Soul moves it to Chris Brooks. Back over to Purcell. In the middle of the field.
Oh, good swing.
Upfield to Poindexter. He shoots the flick for the score. Quick score. That's just what Austin needed.
Exactly.
By one with a minute 38 remaining.
There you go. You got a minute 38 left. 19-18. Atlanta does have the wind on their side.
They do have the clock on their side.
You've got the disc, you've got the clock, yeah, so I wouldn't say totally fixate on homing it, but the handlers are going to want to be extra active the moment it gets stagnant.
The O-line out there, Dylan Tennell, Anders Olsen, Trenton Spinks, Matt Smith back in the game after the injury scare. Looks like he's feeling all right.
Yeah, one of the things you probably want to check on before you just put pressure on it and start walking around again.
Right.
You can see some of the people in the audience are starting to get on their feet. It's getting a little nerve-wracking for everybody involved. Nobody's there to pick up the under, but they're able to find someone.
Gainer with the big under. Trenton Spinks in the backfield. Oh, D'd by Austin.
Trent,
Down one with the disc.
Yeah, Trenton's had a couple now throwaways.
Minute 10 left. Another high swing,
Good.
but the Soul pulls it down.
Oh, nobody's on him. Got all day to
Soul
throw.
working it easily up the field.
That might be a pick. Yeah, there was a lot of separation there from his player.
Pick called on Austin.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Clock
separation
running.
there. Clock continues to run until 30 seconds, and then Austin. Clock doesn't stop till 30 seconds, so yeah, they're
Okay.
yeah. Austin thought the clock should stop, but it's not till the 30 seconds has been approached.
So timeout called at 36 seconds.
So, ooh, this is a tough. Oh my! I don't know if I can handle an overtime game right now. Oh my!
And they roll it back to 40 seconds. Soul with
Yeah,
the
that was
disc
about when the timeout was called.
about 30 yards outside of the end zone. 40 seconds to go.
You tell your D to play as hard man as you can. I mean, just
Absolutely. Plenty of time for the Soul.
yeah. I mean, you've got the lead right now.
The Soul doesn't want to score too quickly here.
See, and I
Give
want
Atlanta the disc
right.
back with anything more than...
And you'd say that, but at the same time, you've got to score.
Absolutely.
So at some point, they're going to get the disc back. Maybe with 9 seconds, maybe you hopefully, yeah, if you could do it in the buzzer, it's great. But I think they're just thinking, let's get it in, and then we'll worry about playing defense.
Yeah, I think that's a good mentality here.
I mean, the last second is, yeah, you don't want to try to do a buzzer beater into junk, but if I'm Atlanta, and that's kind of what you're hoping for. Almost, you wouldn't mind ending it with a D.
Right. Hustle D-line going to be in their guy's pocket here. Man defense. Jeff Loscorn picking it up for the Souls offense. 40 seconds to go in a 1-point game.
Just chilling in the back, 6'9", but Tree, 6'7", right on him.
Soul swings it. Loscorn back with it, working it backwards, waiting for space to open up. Find 24 on the sideline.
Oh, they're
Pollock in the middle of the field, and they score.
26 seconds left.
26 seconds left.
For the Hustle offense to try to make something happen.
All I'm saying is if you got Kyle Stapleton and Dylan Tennell in the backfield, if Matt Smith is still good, he's out there. You got Trenton. Is that Stapleton or Boking? I can't tell.
We got Stapleton, Poole, starting
Gainer.
offense from the Hustle.
Yeah.
Gainer, Tennell,
Leonard.
Spinks, and Leonard, along with Matt Smith. 26 seconds. They've scored in a lot less than that
Oh, yeah.
in this game.
The problem is if you do have a good shot deep, I say go for it. But I don't know if you want that to be your first throw, because 20 seconds for Austin then is a good amount of time. But neither team has any timeouts though, so.
Austin with the game point line. Looks like they have a tall D-line out there.
A little bit of speed, but definitely some height.
Stapleton taking it. 26 seconds for the win for the Hustle. Gainer with the big looping under.
About 15 seconds left.
14 moves it to Stapleton. 10 seconds to go. Hustle needs to send people to the end zone. Instead, Spinks with the catch, and he launches it deep, but that's going to be knocked down by Paula.
Overtime.
Regulation, scores tied.
Yeah, that was a little
We're going to overtime.
anticlimactic for Atlanta. I thought they'd get a shot off.
Yeah, taking some time to work it around there. Trenton with the final shot. Although he had a nice huck earlier, it's probably not the guy they called to take the final shot there.
Yeah.
And it was just a little too low.
I think they were hoping to get a few more unders and they didn't get them. And I think, unfortunate run there for the Atlanta. I think they're just going to see who pulls. Now, there's been a couple overtimes this year, and I believe whoever gets the pull first in the first overtime, the second overtime is universe point, and the other team gets it.
Right.
So if you're Atlanta, do you want to get it first and go ahead and start off well, or do you want to see if you could take it, maybe if you had to take it to that second overtime and then get lucky there?
Yeah, in my opinion, you take the disc. Playing from behind and a 5-minute period is not where you want to be. So
it's true. But if you could get that break right off the break, that's
huge.
It's a tough decision. I don't think it really plays a factor all that much. I really think you can tell who's going to win by the first 2 points of an overtime match.
Agreed.
But I'm I'm with you. I think you take the offense and you go down and score. That can mean so much.
Looks like the hustle got the decision, and they're gonna take the disc.
That's
From what I could tell.
Ultimate today. Thank goodness this is an afternoon game. We got all day. So just a quick recap of what we're doing here. We're in overtime. Overtime rolls is 5 minutes and basically just an extra 5 minutes in the game. If it goes to doubled overtime, the team who pulled will then receive, and whoever scores first wins the game. So Atlanta, by taking the disc, I really think they want to end it here in overtime. You can hear the Atlantic.
I think we might be pulling, actually.
Yeah, and actually, correction, Atlanta will be pulling.
Atlanta's D-line coming out. Looks like they took the wind and the pull. Coach Swanson.
The way their defense is played, I can definitely see them getting a few chances. Great game either way. Atlanta honestly had a good chance to end it. Their last few minutes just wasn't able to keep it together.
So we'll see who seizes the momentum here early in overtime.
I would say, like, respectively, both teams have won 2 quarters each, so the last quarter, this is it. I mean,
yeah, fitting that they each kind of dominated a quarter there, and the game's going to be decided here in a 5-minute period.
It's appropriate for what we've seen today, I think.
Yeah, fairly evenly matched teams.
Just waiting right now for officials to kind of set the game in, and we'll be getting this going. Here we go.
Robert Runner with the pull. Bradham hustling down. J.P. Burns, Vic Roy, Sun Choi, Kelvin Williams, and Anders Olsen.
Good pull there from Atlanta.
J.P. the first one down. Jeff Loskhorn with the disc. Moves it over to Brooks for the Soul on the far sideline. Upfield to Ethan Pollock, still on the sideline. Looking to move it off. Ooh, and he finds a tough throw. Upfield. Kelvin Williams big on the mark.
Been able to find a couple up the line.
But getting beat up the line. Floaty disc and Vic Roy with the D.
And that's no, I hope he doesn't call that's injury, because I thought he got disc cleanly. He's rolling around.
Ref was right there. We'll see what the call was.
I don't think it's a call. I mean, it was all disc from what I saw. There was definitely contact, but it was more Austin kind of ran right into him. I think he's just a little dazed. That was some big contact.
Yeah, Vic Roy there and got up early.
He definitely was above him.
The way that the refs are resetting the disc
I think it's
here,
a turn.
Looks like we have a foul.
You think so?
Yeah, because the ref just kind of tossed the disc towards the center there, indicating that the Austin will be picking it up.
I might be, yeah. I mean, there was I just thought contact happened after the disc. It was one of those, the play had been made.
Looks like the players are talking about it right now. Swanson out there looking for an explanation.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to win. If the refs have made the decision, it's pretty much over.
Right, unless an integrity rule gets invoked here.
I just don't see that being called right now. It's one of those plays nobody really knows.
Yeah, it looks like that was Jared Wolf down for Austin, walking off the field on his own power.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree, and that might be my bias, but it looked, there definitely was contact, but I thought the play had already been made. But the referees will call it the other way, and Austin gets the disc back. 4:26 left in OT.
Loscorn picking up for the Soul on the goal line. Still the first point of overtime here. Radham blanketing Austin Cutter.
He's not in.
Oh, JP with the big bid on Loscorn. Doesn't come up with it. Loscorn shooting for the end zone, and he finds the open Cutter for the 1-point lead with 4:08 left in the OT period.
Good D from Atlanta. Honestly, they gave him a good run. Swanson still talking with the ref. I think he's suggesting someone kind of pushed off somebody.
Right. Not happy with the call, but
yeah. Unfortunately, this is gonna be one of those games where you're physically gonna have to pull this one out.
Yeah, we need to focus on our own game and playing on however the refs call it.
I agree with the frustration. There was a lot of touchy calls, but we've seen a couple throughout the game that's gone both ways. So ultimately, Atlanta's got to win it on their own here. And they have the capabilities. I think Atlanta just can't seem to put it all together at this moment.
See what the offense does here.
Yeah, a big point for them right here.
Starting O-line out there again. Stapleton pulls it down to Leonard. Upfield to Tennell.
No
Fakes
cuts.
a couple deep shots. And then takes a deep shot to Matt Smith. Soul poached off the back and got the D.
That kind of looked like some people got smacked up there. No cuts will happen like that.
The big scuba for a gainer. Cunningham with it
Now
for
just
Austin.
playing smart with the disc. At least they're trying.
And they turn it over. Oh, but there's a foul call. 10-yard penalty.
I don't know if that was called pretty late. I wonder if Dylan Tennell called that on himself. This could be big right here.
Mathis with the disc. Cunningham with the disc for the Soul. Swings it back across to Mathis. Pick called, gonna cost them 10 yards.
It's just dying. We're at 2:54 at the moment.
Clock is running, 2:52.
He could get delay a game here if he keeps getting called.
Backs it up 10 yards, 2:45 to go. Hustle taps it back in, and a timeout is called by the Soul.
Yeah, this could be game.
Not a great position for the Hustle.
No.
Austin gonna put their offense out there. Big D for the Hustle right here.
Still 2:40 left, 20-19, but yeah, I have this feeling, Austin, if they score this, that could be the game. It just felt like the offense of Atlanta lost a lot of their cutting movement there towards the end of this game.
Yeah, we saw Trenton and Matt with big open unders early on. A lot of handler motion now, and not a lot of chances to attack downfield.
Yeah, they can't get a rhythm going, and then it's forced them to just try to hug it deep, hope for the best. And with this team, they're big guys, they're gonna eat that up.
Right. So the Soul with the disc, a 1-point lead, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in overtime here in Atlanta.
Let's see, this is turning into a big one here.
Hustle with a big D-line on.
I would not be shocked to see a timeout called if they do get the turn.
First pass is uncontested.
Doesn't get in.
Second one not in. Pollock with the disc, and he finds Mathis for the short goal.
Ooh. Austin somehow has just pulled this one out. Still some time, 2:28, but really a do or die move right now for Atlanta offense.
Yep, tall order for Atlanta here. They need a score and a break. 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go. And that's just to tie it up and send it to a golden goal situation. Now, the hustle would get the disc.
Right. So you're not out of it, but this drive can be, if you don't score here and allow Austin to get a goal, you might as well, as me as a fan, start to just get a little dejected.
Yep.
You start to know what's coming.
Kyle Stapleton picking it up for the hustle. Finds Tennell. Back to Stapleton.
Yeah, we're not
Smith
seeing
streaking
anything
deep,
for about
no shot up.
15 yards.
And the shot goes up to Smith. Floating
No.
out of bounds.
Contact.
Contact on the throw. Oh, contact off the ball.
Yeah, it was.
But before the throw.
The clock's still running. There might be a referee timeout coming here soon.
$10 yards for the hustle. A fortunate turn of events.
The clock was stopped at 1:58. Now it's being reset, so bizarre events, but we saw that from most.
Stapleton finds Boking. Back to Stapleton.
It just looks like the Austin
Underneath
D
to Gaynor.
has-
And he shoots deep. Matt Smith in pursuit. Runs it down.
And Hustle pulls within 20 to 21.
I thought Austin was yelling at the ref, but I think he's just yelling at his own player. I think he was supposed to pick him up, but that was just a great put.
Nice put there by Gaynor. The hustle reached that 20 goal threshold. It's a goal for them every game. And it's not going to be enough to win this one. You're going to need to get to 22 here.
This D, though, there's still plenty of time to get the D and turn the disc back around. Not the strongest pull there.
Pull by the hustle gets to about the 40.
And he goes deep
Austin
immediately. No
looking
ball.
deep, pumps it off, swings it instead all the way down to this sideline. Ethan Pollock with the disc.
Good at getting. Ooh, the win almost.
The hustle needs to pressure some throws. Being down one, Austin is content to run some time off the clock with easy passes here.
They'll do it all day if they have to. They're looking to hold this disc.
Oh, Anders
Such a close chance.
doesn't quite see that one.
Ooh, yeah, you got to play tighter than that.
Hustle pressuring the Soul, but they're still
about a
able to
minute
ping
now.
it around. 1 minute left. Hustle needs to get the disc and put it in
Ooh, good
to extend this game. Instead, the Soul threatening on the end zone line now. And they're in.
43 seconds remaining.
Yeah,
Austin leads 22 to 20.
There were a couple opportunities there where they kind of just got off their man, but then a great cut by that one handler. I think it was Pollock.
Yeah.
Got him to bite under, went up the line, and just a perfect put.
So that's a 2-point lead. Got to think Atlanta is shooting immediately on this one.
I'm feeling bad for you, Blake. Every time you come up here to commentate, it's
They
going
lose.
to loss.
Well,
Oh, man.
hopefully we'll turn that
Yeah,
around.
that's enough tries.
Or General Manager John Bosey will surely have me removed from my post.
Yeah, that quickly changed.
22 to 20 right now. Eerily similar to Nashville,
Yeah.
where we let it slip away.
I really think we had him beat there near the end of the fourth, and we just let him stay in it. They're going to have to go deep here very soon.
Hustle finds Spinks in the middle of the field. And they're shooting deep to Tennell. Not in.
They got about 20 seconds.
26. He's looking for Anders Olsen and
Good
finds
call.
him. 22 seconds. The Soul will have to complete 3 passes
basically
to win this game. So look for the 100% effort from the Hustle D-line right here.
If you're snake in the grass?
I don't see the Hustle after, or the Soul rather, biting on that after.
But my train of thought thinking too though is you almost want to just force everybody deep, play everything under, and if they go deep and catch it, at least you had an air ball to go up for. You don't want them just to casually just make 3 easy items.
Agreed. If they're pinging it around in the backfield,
give us a shot. And, that's why staying in the grass, maybe just send everybody hard and they're playing man and you got a guy chilling back there, but we'll see how it works. They're gonna roll it out.
Hustle rolling it out of bounds. They're gonna set the double team, make this first completion as difficult as possible. And with Tree and Kelvin on the mark, and he gets the block!
But he still was able to
complete
catch
to
it.
Lost Corn, and he gets another block! Tree with the double hand block, and they're shooting to him.
Didn't think about it.
No.
He had him.
Purcell with the disc, 10 seconds. Foul called.
He had it and he just
Oh my goodness.
He just didn't take a breather. I don't think he knew how much time was really on the clock.
Oh, JP wanted to hit Tree for the bookend score. Here we are, 8 seconds left. One more pass the Soul needs to complete here.
They're gonna get it.
And they get stalled!
It's a stall count with 7
Atlanta
seconds
picking
left.
it up with 7 seconds
They
left
use
to tie the
OT
game.
timeout.
And they call a timeout.
Oh,
Wow.
gosh.
Wow.
I thought it was gonna be another foul call. Right.
Unbelievable sequence.
Now,
Taylor Goforth with 2 hand blocks in the double team situation. The second one forces a D. Atlanta turns it back over and then gets it back on the stall. Still with time for a good look to the end zone.
I cannot believe what I just saw. I thought great block by Tree, but ended up getting caught. Kind of the day for us. Then, oh, great T, but our D can't score. And now, oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. But this isn't over. We have had plenty of opportunities where we've been on the goal line here and we've been stalled, or not stalled, but thrown it away or didn't get the right throw. So, well, you can't ask for anything better right now if you're a Hustle fan. Chance to score, then go to double OT and win the game.
Dylan Tennell gonna pick it up if they get this in.
Great game no matter what happens right here. Atlanta really fought their way back into this, but let's see what happens. Will we go to double OT?
Austin with a loose double team here. Content to let Atlanta go backwards. And Trenton Spinks with the speed to the cone.
And the Hustle tied at 22 with 6.6 seconds.
It's not over. We still got a buzzer beater coming up. But a dagger.
The Hustle keep the game alive with some gritty plays in the end of overtime here.
My heart's fluttering. I'm like, I'm gonna faint. This is insane.
Oh my goodness. Taylor Goforth back in there, and
ultimate right now.
If the Hustle pull this out, he's got to be in the conversation for MVP of the game with some early shots and a couple big D's there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Still 6 seconds left in Austin. I've seen crazy stuff happen. I mean, once that disc's in the air and anything happens, they are having to travel upwind a little. So that will make it a little tougher for them to be able to place it. But right now there actually is no wind.
Tree with the big pole in there with Daisy and Kelvin, 3 of the biggest guys on the Hustle's active roster today. Soul moves it and boosts the big backhand.
It's there. It's in there.
Play for the win.
Ooh. And I'm scared. Austin, some big guys. That was.
Your first overtime, the
Not sure exactly who got up for the D there. Kelvin Williams in the area.
Good.
Looks like it might have been him.
Good team effort. Everybody was down there ready for it. Well, guys, we have double OT. 2 days in a row now that I've known for a fact that AU Dale's had 2 double overtime games.
Absolutely. And 2 in the South Division. This will be.
Yeah, it's true. This is really one of the most competitive, no one really knows kind of divisions. Everywhere else, I'm kind of have a good idea who the top 3 are, but.
Absolutely.
And Austin kind of has a bad rap. They have to go up against Dallas 4 times this season, so and right now their record really doesn't correlate with how well they actually play.
Yeah, well equipped. And I was talking with Stu Downs yesterday, and he said that after watching film on Austin, he was in agreement that they are not a 1-5 type of team, and they were not preparing this week as if they had an easy game this week. There are no easy games in this division.
No, there really isn't. And Nashville has really come a long way. They're improved. Their record, I mean, they only lost 2 against Raleigh a couple weeks ago. So they're even a team that I mean, they could play better than what their record is. It's a tough division.
All right, well, this is how you get a universal point in the AUDL.
Yeah.
Double overtime, no time on the clock. Possession is all that matters here. Hustle O-line out there that they started the game with.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better way for this to go. The game is in your hands. It's there for you to win or lose.
Strategic move, taking the pull at the beginning of overtime, paying off.
So far,
Hustle coaching staff.
Jacksonville happened yesterday, and they were able to get the pull and win on Universe. So that D is going to be relentless. So you got to be ready. This offense needs to be running hard. Well, Blake, it's not over yet. You still might get a win today after all.
All right,
Unbelievable.
here we go. After being down and out, the end of overtime, about 1.5 minutes left. The Hustle, seemingly an impossible task to get that score and break, and they get it done.
I was giving up. I mean, I just didn't think there was enough time on the clock, and maybe if we played a whole other quarter, Atlanta would win, but they were able to fight.
Atlanta receiving Max Leonard, and possession will be the name of the game for this offensive sequence.
No cuts yet, no cuts.
Sam Gaynor wide open in the middle of the field. Oh,
Ooh.
Trenton Spinks with the big grab.
Just needs to find the
Chase
continuation.
Cunningham.
No!
Turnover.
No!
Dylan Tennell. Loscorn with the disc. Chase
nobody
Cunningham
saw
now
him.
shooting. Trenton on the mark. Ethan Pollock with the disc. Hustle offense.
Yeah, that's a pick. That is an obvious pick call. Good call.
Timeout.
Oh, no, they're actually going to call. Timeout was called.
Timeout
before.
White. Let's see.
I did not know you got another timeout in double OT.
I guess each team must have one, but big turnover there. The drop
right
by
guy was
Tennell.
about to grab the disc too, Dylan Tennell. Oh.
Well, let's see who Atlanta brings out. It looks like they're throwing the stud D-line out there to try to get this back. I don't see the Soul taking any big risks here on offense.
And if you're Soul, you're in good position. You really want to have your cutters out there. Tough luck for Atlanta. That just kind of sums up how they've been playing the last 20 or 30 minutes of this game. They just don't seem that confident and cool as they did in the first half of the game. Oh.
We're going to have to come out with some intensity on D right here. Nathan Vickroy.
Runner's actually
JP Burns.
coming off. So I imagine Tree's out there, yeah.
Tree, Anders Olsen, Archibald, Kelvin Williams, and Sun Choi. A lot of D's on the stat sheet amongst these guys this season. None bigger than this one here.
We got Burns on the mark, and they're kind of pulling. We're going to look for up that line, I believe.
Loscorn with the disc. Hustle forcing backhand.
Watch Pollock in the corner. I mean, they put a little bladey hammer to him or something. He's tall. He can get up there.
Loscorn, the lefty, being forced flick.
There's
Off the line to Mathis. Back to Loscorn on the sideline. Steps out for the swing. Continues it to Cunningham.
Ooh, he saved it.
Purcell with the
Going
save
down.
on the low dump.
Ooh, almost got away from him.
Sun Choi on the mark.
Oh no, he's got nobody on him. It's out.
Out of bounds
It's out of
by Chase Cunningham.
Austin definitely did not like it. Atlanta gets another chance.
Timeout. Greg Swanson running onto the field to get his O-line subbed in there with another chance.
Oh man. I am like tingly all over. I am nerves are shot
man.
at this moment.
Big,
I just want it to be over.
big second chance here for the Hustle O-line. And going with the theme of the day, the wind pushed that one out the close sideline here.
It's just, it's ever so subtle, but it has made some plays. It's hurt both teams, and right now it's still a little bit there, enough for someone though to still be able to put a deep shot into it, if thrown correctly.
Cunningham upset over that turnover.
I mean, the guy had no mark on him. He had the guy open. It just was not thrown correctly. A little bit of luck for Atlanta, which they've had a lot here in the last. The universe has given them plenty of chances
Absolutely.
to seal this game. Here we go.
Dylan Tennell picking up for the Hustle on the sideline.
And we're still finishing the timeout before the disc gets back into play.
Counting down from 10. Disc whistled in. Dylan Tennell
Able to
finds
get off the
Stapleton
line.
to get it off the line. Continues it to Spinks, who looks for the swing, doesn't get it off.
Could be a pick.
Pickup field. And the Hustle gonna be against the wall in the back of their own end zone. Matt Smith streaking deep. Stapleton
Gets jumped
elects
on,
not
and
to
that's
take
good.
it. That's going to be 10 yards.
Yeah. He didn't even want his hand.
Uh-oh. Spinks staying down.
And see, that's where the defender, I don't think really had much of a look. He was just gonna jump into him no matter what.
Spinks off, Vic Roy on.
That's not a bad.
And he'll be picking up the disc.
Spinks, man, I love his heart, man. He knew if he just got in front of him, I'm probably gonna get hit, make the catch, the call. Beautiful job.
So Spinks off the field now. Delay a game. Threw it before it was whistled in. They're gonna have to walk it back 10 yards. And Vic Roy with the disc in his own end zone.
Just need to get out there.
Matt Smith gaining separation deep.
Good catch, able to get out.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Throws it behind the receiver.
That's it.
That's it. And the Soul win the game. Another last second defeat at home for the Hustle
Just
with
tough to take.
Blake and Tucker on the call.
Yeah, sorry, man. I thought we had a chance to win that one for you, but
2 turnovers there by the Hustle offense.
part of me wishes they get it. I just wish they would have thrown it deep and make something happen. But
Agreed. Stuck in their own end zone there, couldn't get it
couldn't
away.
get it out. That'll be it.
Shaking hands now.
23-22 is the final score. A tough loss for the Atlanta home fans, and we really only get one more game, and then we're gone for a while. So.
Hustle drops to 4-3
Yeah.
in a tie for second with Raleigh now in the South
Which
Division.
still gives them the lead at the moment, but now we have just as many losses as Jacksonville, so that puts them also in the mix.
And Austin climbing back in.
Yeah.
2-win road trip for them.
So in a way, they're not out of it
Gotta be
either.
feeling good.
It's tough to watch. But really, Atlanta's offense did not seem like they could make it work.
They could.
That was kind of the summing up of the fourth quarter, and that'll be it for us.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, great game, double overtime, and we'll be back where we have Dallas May 28th. We'll see you all there.